And now, our first presenter from Japan is Mr. Duo Liu, founder of Cresc LLC. Your 7-minute pitch begins right now.
Hi, everyone. My name is Duo Liu. I'm building Vistalpha, AI-powered investment platform for Japanese stocks. Before starting my pitch, one quick question. How many of you invest in Japanese stocks? Please raise your hand. Oh, thank you. Whether you invest or not, I think you understand the pain I'm about to describe. Let me paint you a picture about Japanese stock research. This is what my friends and I have personally experienced. Imagine you are researching a stock. First, you spend hours to days digesting information, news, financials, filings. The information is fragmented everywhere, and you need to collect them manually. Second, you analyze all the information to answer questions such as, is this a good business? Is the price attractive? If you want to be thorough, add more hours to even days. After all the work, many times you realize the stock is fairly priced. So that means days of efforts, zero action. You add the stock to your watch list, but someday the price jumps up all of a sudden on some news you couldn't catch in time. The cycle repeats, and the result, low efficiency, limited coverage, missed opportunities. We built Vistalpha to solve this problem. Our mission is simple. Help you build conviction on any Japanese stock faster than ever. What used to take days can now start in minutes. Our AI co-pilot covers 100% listed companies in the Japanese market. We analyze across multiple filings, connecting the dots, capturing hidden insights that manual research can overlook. The result? Research that used to take days can now be done in hours or even minutes for a first pass. This is not a replacement of analysts. This is about speed and scale so that you can capture more alpha. Let me show you what it looks like. The first feature is deep analysis. We decode financials, business models, and management intent from full-text filings. We support retrospective analysis, which you can see on the right side of the slide. In the chart, the historical events are aligned with the stock movements so that you can see what moved the stock and why. Where possible, we support source attribution. Click on the insights, you will see the original filing. This builds trust and also allows you to verify critical information. The second feature is intelligent monitoring. Staying updated can be a noise nightmare. Every day there's tons of signals, most of which is irrelevant, and you still miss the critical ones. Vistalpha supports 24/7 intelligent filtering. We notify you only when something important happens, and more importantly, we explain to you why it matters to your investment. In the next phase, we are introducing idea generation. Beyond individual analysis, we will also help you discover opportunities at scale through theme and narrative screening and quantitative ranking. So how do we make this possible? 3 components. Japanese market data, including TDNet, IDNet, corporate PRs, and more. Financial engine covering both unstructured and structured data with source link traceability. Reasoning agent that moves beyond summaries to actionable investment logic. We offer precision and traceability not as a buzzword, but as a requirement for professional use. So you may be wondering, what about Bloomberg, Yahoo Finance, or ChatGPT? So here's the difference. We're domain native, specialized for Japanese filings. We're not a general purpose LLM. We provide source link traceability to minimize the AI hallucination. We provide synthesized analysis instead of atomic data points. Imagine a company announces a restructuring. Bloomberg or Yahoo Finance shows you the headline. ChatGPT can summarize the announcement for you, but Vistalpha connects it to the company's full filing history so that you can understand what it means in context. A little bit about me. I came to Japan 10 years ago, starting my career in finance, Citigroup investment banking, and then investor at a family office. Then I transitioned into the tech sector, taking on roles such as business development, product leadership, and also strategic investment at firms such as ByteDance. Throughout my career, I've managed teams and built products that have reached over 10 million users. The problem I'm solving with Vistalpha is personal. I'm an active investor, and I'm having this issue every single day. So I'm building the tool I wish I had. Vistalpha has a phased expansion business model. We start with B2C to validate our product and also build a brand credibility in the market. We will in parallel roll out our B2B2C solution to customers such as brokerages as one channel for our scaling. Longer term, we support enterprise solutions such as institutional investors through our direct clients and also partnerships with global investment research companies. Vistalpha is built upon technology engine that can scale across the border, not limited into only one market. We're starting with Japan, a market with an $8 trillion market cap, seeing record shareholder returns. We will then replicate our blueprint to other Asian markets with similar structural complexities. Eventually, we want to grow as a global investment research platform for any language and any market. Our test starts in early Q2 this year. Join us as we redefine investment research. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was Mr. Duo Liu, founder of Cresc LLC, providing actionable intelligence for investors. Now our second presenter is Ms. Rie Tonomura, Chief Product Officer of Dots Incorporated.
Hello, we are at Dots shooting this video from Benin, West Africa. As you may know, Africa is now booming, but that is limited only in the capital and the cities. The most part, 80% of population are living, rural areas has been left behind from that development and digitalization.
All right, you may begin your 7-minute pitch right now.
Hello, I'm Rie from Dots. Thank you for the opportunity today. Today, I will share how our digital services with financial service is changing the world in rural Africa. Let me share where we work. So this is our field. No electricity, no internet connection. People are completely offline. So it said that up to 1 billion people in Africa still remain offline, but we don't notice it at all because we are always online to be able to use any kinds of digital services, but it's not for them. It's called digital divide, and it became a serious negative loop in rural Africa. Most of the infrastructure companies don't invest in low-income area because it looks like unprofitable. So rural area residents is inability to increase their income because of the huge big opportunity gap. So that's why we have this solution. It's called the Digital Hub Dots Box. We put all the system such as edge server, routers, all the system input in the one box, and it's powered by solar supply. What people can do with it? For example, people can take a video learning courses to increase their skills and create new income. And for example, they can take AI annotation jobs to create new income by themselves through our system. And we also provide physical hub, such as phone charging services, bike rental services, and printing services. It became their new infrastructure in the village. So by using all the customer information, we created alternative data credit score, which is their first financial history. And using credit scoring, we created new financial services in the village. It's buy now, pay later e-commerce. People can purchase job tools or equipment right now, and they can pay later weekly basis or monthly basis. For example, he's a farmer, and he purchased this bike through Dots4, and he started his career as a delivery service user during his off-season, and his income increased 2.5 times. Another case is, she's the mother of 3 kids, and then she learned shoe making, and then she is financially independent, doing the business to sell the shoes in the village. We have those kind of cases a lot in the village, over 500 villages right now. We operate our business in Benin and Senegal, which is Western African countries. And 100% of our customer is first-time financial users, service users. But the repayment rate is 98%, is quite high because we are using credit scoring and we have a strong local team. And our revenue result is we achieved 45% quarterly growth in the first 3 years and with $700,000 in ARR. And about the unit economics, we achieved plus unit economics within 7 months per village. This is also big proof for us. And about market size, we are now targeting 14 nations, safer front zone, which is very stable currency pegged by euro. But the market size is still very big, $2 billion US dollar. And then we are planning to expand all sub-Saharan Africa in the future. And we project it to be profitable next year, and we are planning to target 40,000 villages in 2032. And to scale up our business, we have a strong partnership with Brother Industry under the Capital Alliance to provide a printing system in each villages. Also, we started franchising model with Mitsui Group, started in Zambia as first country. Also, we started POC package with Honda and Inforeach to try to new business in African country with new company from Japan. And we now have a strong team, and it's very unique because mixed of Japanese expert and African local area experts, over 50 members. So now we operate our business under 2 countries, is limited area, but we still have a very, very strong confidence to be able to succeed. And we are planning to expand more countries. And we are pretty sure to be able to change the business and change the life in African rural area by financial services. This is the Dots4. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That was Ms. Rie Tonomura, Chief Product Officer of Dots4 Incorporated, digitizing unconnected and rural Africa. Now our third presenter is Mr. Kaido Chiwata, Head of Japan and Global Expansion of Hello Clever Japan KK. All right, your 7-minute pitch begins right now.
Okay, hi, my name is Kaido Chiwata. I'm head of Japan and Global Expansion here at Hello Clever. Before moving on to my presentation, I would like to know how many of you are from Japanese companies who want to expand globally? Any hands up? Cool, I see some hands up here. Are there any global companies who want to enter the Japanese market? Oh, there are a few here. Nice, nice. So I think for those kind of companies, you'll love this presentation. So let me introduce ourselves. So Hello Clever is not just a normal payment service provider. We're a growth engine, and we're trying to do this through real-time payments, intelligent insight, and embedded loyalty. But before moving on to how we do it, let me introduce our company a bit. So we're built where growth happens. We have offices across the world, Australia, Sydney, Australia, Tokyo, Japan, New York, USA, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, and Singapore. And we have a global team of 77 members now. Actually, the latest number is 80. And we're made down under, built for everywhere. Looking at our numbers a bit, we processed $2 billion already worldwide. And our gross revenue run rate for this year is approximately 21 million US dollar. So you're trusted to move money at scale. And I guess some of you are not from Japan, so let me introduce you like the landscape of this market. So Japan's like trying to enter the next payment era. So as the market's population is shrinking now, digital rails are opening for global commerce, which means there are going to be more local companies who want to expand globally. Cashless adoption actually is a big theme that the Japanese Minister of Economy and Trade tried to promote here in Japan. Now, in 2025, there was a target of 50%, and actually this country met this target. There's a new target of 65% for 2030. So I guess that trend would be kept for a while. And also, inbound travel is now hitting all-time high. So since there was some slight drop during COVID, but I think we totally recovered. And as you see, I hear every time about having a chance to travel into this country. So there's this big strategic shift towards the Japanese payment scene. How we track it? So first thing, we're trying to connect Japan in and out. So we do this through cross-border collection. So for Japanese merchants, you'll be able to get access to collection through 22 plus currencies, through virtual bank accounts and local payment methods. For foreign companies who wants to enter this market, you'll get access to local virtual accounts and local payment methods. And you'll be able to get settled back to your home country. Now, this is a market that has a 4 trillion yen cross-border opportunity for our company. But we're not just that. So as I explained in the first slide, we're also a growth engine. So the way we're trying to do this is through cross-border embedded loyalty, which means that imagine you go to, you're a foreigner traveling here in Japan, go to a local Japanese brand, but most those kind of shops may have their own loyalty points and systems, but most people from abroad, they may not be able to get a chance to travel Japan that often. So I think the best way to get some retention is to be cashed back to your own country. And that's something we're trying to aim to do through Hello Clever. And not just this, actually generative AI works very well with loyalty. So what we do is all our data that goes through our system, there is a generative AI analytics that's running through. And there is like a ChatGPT kind of interface that's conversational, and we offer like insights with both any kind of language. So Japanese as well, we work with it. And the interesting part of this is we work for real-time data. So there's real-time decision-making that can happen through our product. So there's not going to be some lag of uploading information into your BI tool and stuff. We offer it real-time. Let me share you one case study. So Aftershock PC is an Australian PC company, and they actually determined a 3% cashback through a local payment method called PayID. And they actually did that 3% cashback campaign for PayID users only. Now, the result is that the payment method boasted from 50% to 85% of usage. But it wasn't just the number of transactions that boosted. The overall conversion, the total processing volume increased as well. So this is a good success case where I think our insights work well. And we demonstrate ourselves as a growth engine for our merchants. We're not just that. So first step, I think when you want to expand globally, you try to sell remotely, right? But the next step is I think you'll start to have ambitions of setting up a local entity as well. So this is a little bit of sneak peek of our latest product. It's called Clever Launch. And we're trying to offer a product to be able to set up entities remotely without being based in a country. Now, why Clever Launch? Clever, if you have any experience setting up an entity here in Japan, there's going to be lots of back and forth with your corporate secretary. There can be some web paper copying and etc. It's quite a mess. So we're trying to make that operation streamlined as much as possible. And soon we're also planning to obtain a license called EPSB, Denshi Keisai Daikogyo, and partner with a local bank to be able to offer our own UI UX for local bank account opening here in Japan. Now, wrapping up this presentation, we're not just creating so Hello Clever is creating an infrastructure layer, connecting Japan to the world. We're not just entering Japan, but we are connecting Japan in and out. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was Mr. Kaido Chiwada, Head of Japan and Global Expansion of Hello Clever Japan KK, connecting Japan in and out. Now our fourth presenter is Mr. Kotaro Takekata, Head of Corporate Planning of Kasanare Incorporated.
テクノロジーピースによる AI データの自動生成 AI フレンドリー
Your 7-minute pitch begins right now.
Okay, thank you so much for your time today. My name is Kotaro Takada. I'm Head of Corporate Planning of Kasanare. Let's get started from our pitch. So our company, Kasanare, was founded in 2022 by CEO Yasuda and CEO Nishida. And to optimize an enterprise company's operation by implementing generative AI for daily workflow. And now we have several enterprise companies for our client, and they are using our solution on the production environment right now. So one question, so what is the matter for an enterprise company to use generative AI for their operation? So the data is a matter. So I think almost all have some experience that when you use this native AI like a ChatGPT, AI doesn't give the answer what you really want to know. So if you want to use the generative AI for work, especially for important internal confidential information, the problem is much more complicated and deeper. So even if generative AI can answer what you really want to know, even your heavy workload still might be still heavy, because SaaS AI tools solve that part of your entire workflow. So you have to struggling with the rest of the entire workflow. So even if the generative AI can answer what you really want to know, and even the AI can cover a whole of your operation, there are still have a problem for enterprise company because maybe AI threaten the access boundaries. This is information security risk. So in this case, even if your generative AI tools is a perfect and fantastic product, you cannot use that product in that company because there is information risk in that company. So there is those several risks for enterprise company to use generative AI. So how do they tackle those problems? So Kasanare can be answers. So this is a product overview of Kasanare. We are providing LLM data platform for enterprise company as a service. On the platform, user can use generative AI easily and in secure environment. And we can make it fit into the individual or entire workflow. Then how it works. So our platform puts on Kasanare Knowledge Hub for each customers, each clients. So Kasanare Knowledge Hub includes massive information for AI use cases in the companies. Then Kasanare manage the Kasanare Knowledge Hub, the information with metadata like companies, employees' profiles, or how can I say, the organization structure, or workflows in the company, or tacit knowledge accumulated in the company. This knowledge hub is highly effective to solve the problem of enterprise companies. So for data, we can extract data with highly and extremely high accuracy. Then most of all companies doesn't have a perfect database by itself, but Casanale's knowledge have enhanced such incomplete database with contextual and complementary data by our patented technology. Then in terms of our security, our platform provides ID authentication. And Casanale Knowledge Hub managed authorization information as well. Then it enables control over LLMs so that the right information is only delivered to the right people. Then only when these conditions are in place, these conditions are in place, can individual workflows be truly optimized. So as you may know, agent skills are recently increasingly much popular, and it makes users can customize AI behavior fully tailored to the specific workflows by themselves. And by powered accurate data and managed access control, platform can enable users to optimize their workflow drastically. So why people choose Casanale? Casanale unified those three components into the one single platform. So building a wide database and managing proper access control, and then enable personalized AI agent skills, we can make enterprise AI much so powerful through our platform. Okay, thank you so much for your time today. This is the last part of our pitch. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was Mr. Kotaro Takekata, Head of Corporate Planning of Casanare Incorporated, with knowledge-driven AI optimization solutions. Now our fifth presenter is Ms. Katie Chung, Director, Pre-Sales and Customer Service of Compliance Solutions of Lyodstech KK. Your 7-minute pitch begins right now.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Konnichiwa. I'm Katie from Lyodstech KK. We are pleased to be here today, and we are empowering fintech compliance with latest AI technology, which enabling trust in technology. We positioning ourselves as a trust fintech partner, delivering Web3 and AI-powered solutions for governance, compliance, and risk. We are keeping compliance framework up to date, and then future-proof and intelligence. We have our R&D center in Hong Kong Science Park and Taiwan, and we gained awards since 2023. Our team is from different compliance sections and technology backgrounds. It drives our innovations. And then we also join a lot of fintech association because we want to be part of the pioneer in the fintech ecosystems. Actually, we found a lot of recent reports showing that 80% of the enterprise have deployed generative AI in their productions. And over 90% of them plan to have at least one AI solutions related to their financial functions. And among all these solutions, what we see, they are more likely focus on the product-oriented solutions. That means AI is a driver and human only supervise or step in with the critical parts. We normally call it human in the loop. But what we see nowadays, we treasure human capability. That's why our approach is capability-oriented design for generative AI. So because of this, human and machine will be collaborate as a trust team and complement to each other for their capabilities. So that's why our design for the AI solutions will be human-machine collaborations. And we will focus on three frame, that is KYP, know your product, KYC, know your customers, and then KYT, know your transactions. And we designed all these solutions not only for professionals, but even non-professional users can use it. And it deploys in a lot of countries now. So starting from fund analyzer, a non-professional user, they can simply input all the informations into the fund analyzer and with the return objective, for example. And fund analyzer can generate a report to them within few minutes. So you may not know, traditionally, for a professional user, if they want to generate this kind of report, it takes them 2 weeks at least to complete. Even with the ChatGPT applications nowadays, they need to have several rounds turn around to get the expected report that they want. So let's move to KYC. For KYC, normally when you do the customer checking, you know based on the customer basic informations. However, with generative AI, you can use extra information to do that. For example, adverse media news, for example, even court case information you can use for the investigation. It will save a lot of time for users to do the investigations. And this has been deployed in Taiwan and Hong Kong. So for the KYT sections, we focus on the Web3 transactions in this part, in this demo. For example, for a non-professional user, when he performed the Web3 transaction before he actually take the action, he can use the tools to check the information related to the wallets, whether it's related to some suspicious wallets before the transaction, or they even belongs to criminal groups, for example. So these tools helps people to protect their properties and against fraud. For professional user, on the other hand, they can use the tools, the models, to check whether the wallet is related to any sanctions wallets, for example. So from the movie you see from the screen here, is an actual case related to a criminal group. You will see every single wallet these criminal groups has reached or have transactions relationship with. So imagine in the future, if stablecoin, let's say Japan stablecoin will have cross-chain business, this information will be very valuable to use. So what we see in the next generative AI, that is not only AI lead, human supervised, but also human lead, humans share the control to AI, and AI can perform the helps out. Okay, so we designed BN AI agents, which can have the compliance focus, supplement to legacy ML, and then with tiny model, and can introduce to local deployment. It can help a lot in Japan market for the FSIs. So for BN agents, it can with all those modules, and it will continue to grow based on our human needs. For example, like fund analyzer is deployed in Canada, name screening, dual goods, and the PEP categorization. These modules have deployed in Hong Kong, and AME module has deployed in Taiwan, and for virtual asset module, which also deployed in Taiwan, Singapore, and it will cover the traditional transaction as well. So for enterprise, we have this platform as a components to supplement their existing system with the bundled AI evaluations and governance tools. So what we are here, our mission is to benefit Japan with all these actual case references and to help to have a reasonable ROI. ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much. That was Ms. Katie Chung, Director, Pre-Sales and Customer Service of Compliance Solutions of Lyodstech KK, keeping compliance frameworks up to date with end-to-end human-machine collaboration. Now our sixth presenter is Mr. Yusaku Numa, CEO of Palace Incorporated.
Millions of people around the world remain invisible to financial space because they don't fit into the conventional credit history system. With Palace, users can simply connect their digital accounts like social media and Web3 activities, and our patented technology builds a new form of credit identity. We call this revolutionary technology Credit 2.0.
Okay, your 7-minute pitch begins right now.
Hi everyone. My name is Yusaku Numa, the CEO of Palace. Today, the world faces structural credit problem. If you have no credit history, you cannot even enter starting line. Student, freelancers, foreign residents, and Web3 users are treated as zero credit, not because they lack reliability, but because they lack formal history. Yet today, credibility already exists digitally in social behavior, community contribution, and on-chain activity. The problem is that no financial system recognizes it. During university, I began researching how digital behavior could be transformed into measurable trust. The research evolved into pattern credit scoring technology that integrate SNS and Web3 behavioral data. So we call this evolution Credit 2.0, a behavior-based credit model that complements traditional finance. Our system integrates social and wallet data, generate proprietary behavioral score, and provide it as scalable API infrastructure for finance institution and service provider. Through data analysis and stable design, we are not just analyzing the market, we are actively building the foundational credit layer for Web3 era. This slide shows where we can deliver value from pattern credit score and DID design to Web3 risk analysis and AI-driven growth model. In other words, we are evolving from traditional attribute-based credit, that means credit 1.0, to behavior-based credit, that means credit 2.0, which incorporate SNS and Web3 activity history. This slide shows the overall service flow. First, the user integrates their SNS account and also connects their wallet. We then calculate a unique credit score and provide that data to service providers. Based on that score, companies decide whether to offer their service or not. This is implementation model of Credit 2.0. Unlike traditional attribute-based credit, Credit 2.0 evaluates three behavioral axes: consistency, credibility, and verified digital activity. So be weighting these axes differently. Depending on profession or use case, we can evaluate individuals who were previously invisible to the system, including overseas Web3 KOLs. This is compared to traditional financial-based credit scoring with Credit 2.0. which evaluate behavioral and on-chain data. For example, foreign residents denied housing due to lack of credit history can be reassessed through SNS and wallet behavior. This issue is not ability, it is absence of recorded history. Credit 2.0 makes that individual value visible. Even if a person is rated low under traditional scoring system, by incorporating SNS DAO participation and on-chain history, their evaluation can shift to high score. Similarly, use case can be envisioned for freelancers and startup founders. For financial institution, that means access to new customer segment, improved risk precision, expansion into underserved markets. Our mission is so simple, to build a financial infrastructure where foreigners, freelancers, and entrepreneurs can be fairly evaluated, even without traditional credit history. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. That was Mr. Yusaku Numa, CEO of Mind Palace Incorporated, with a new type of credit score. Now our seventh presenter is Mr. Hiroyuki Tachibana, CEO of Maina Wallet Incorporated.
マイナウォレット、暗号資産、ステーブルコイン、NFT、デジタル ID などを誰もが安心・安全・簡単に活用できるようにするマイナンバーカードがデジタル資産ウォレットになるサービスです。
Your 7-minute pitch begins right now.
Hello, I'm Hiro, the founder and the CEO of Maina Wallet. We are building a trust layer for inclusive digital value exchange by leveraging Maina Card, the government-issued ID, and blockchain technology. We envision a world where the trust and value moves freely, where the identity, once verified, works everywhere, where the value is expressed in a shared format, not confined inside the corporate ledgers. The Maina card is already issued over the 100 million, and it covers almost 81% of population. And blockchain provides the shared programmable value infrastructure. But today, these two systems are divided, so we connect them. Maina Wallet is an identity-native multi-asset wallet. With a Maina card authentication, identity is verified once at the wallet layer. The trust becomes reusable. The wallet supports stablecoins, tokenized assets, and any digital value, and connecting to the financial institutions. The wallet forms the foundation of the trusted trust layer. It is programmable, compliance, and infrastructure. MainaPay is where the trust layer meets a payment. Tap your Maina card, the value settles on-chain. Merchants can receive stable coins or Japanese yen as they do today. Programmable value integrated into existing system. Okay, this is a startup payment terminal provided by the SMCC, already deployed across hundreds of thousands of merchants in Japan. MainaPay can be fully integrated. You can pay with your stablecoin just like a credit card. This is not just a demo. This has already been tested in collaboration with SMCC. Before scaling nationally, we tested in the community.
マイナウォレット。本実証実験では 新潟県長岡市の山越地域にて、マイナンバーカードをデジタル資産ウォレットとして活用するサービス、マイナウォレットによるタッチ決済のフィージビリティ検証を行いました。実証実験に用いるデジタル通貨には、ブロックチェーン上で発行、流通しているアメリカドルと連動したステーブルコイン、USDC を使用しました。実際に、小学生から80歳代まで幅広い年齢層の方に、ステーブルコインのチャージや決済を体験していただきました。誰一人取り残すことなく、デジタル資産を活用できる。
It shows that identity-verified digital value can function in everyday life for everyone from elderly to children. And we presented this model of Japan Digital Administrative and Fiscal Reform Council. We executed the pilots under Japan's sandbox framework. When necessary, we collaborate with regulatory reform to enable responsible innovation. We think innovation and regulation can evolve together. Right now, during the FinTech Week at Shibuya, we are running the live stablecoin QR payments pilot in a real retail store. And 2 days ago, members of Coinbase team come to test they are using wallet.
Hi guys, my name is David Park. I'm in stage at Base, and I'm in Shibuya right now at the very heart of Tokyo to, for the first time, experience USDC payments through Base app collaboration with Maina Wallet. Let's go. Let's test it. Konnichiwa. I want iced coffee. So you make an order, and the order will be in QR code. You scan the QR code, and the page provided by Maina Wallet will pop up. Click Base app, connect wallet, confirm, then click pay. Then you can click pay now. And then payment completed.
So it demonstrates that MainaPay operates as a payment gateway, connecting to not only MainaCard or MainaWallet, but any wallet with existing merchant infrastructure. So we launched a continuous joint pilot with SMCC. In the future, the same infrastructure can support government benefit distribution and citizen usage, built on the same trusted foundation. So we became the first, the 25th certified entity in Japan authorized to access JPKI infrastructure. Because of this certification, we can provide MainaCard-based eKYC, securely and at a scale. Verified identity can be used across services and institutions on Maina Wallet. When MainaCard KYC connects directly to the digital wallets, identity become portable. When identity propagates, the user experience gets much better. When compliance is programmable, blockchain integrates seamlessly with financial regulation. That's why our roadmap progresses from providing the unit economics, real-world usage, and platform expansion. The ledger may evolve, but the trust layer remains. So, thank you very much.
Thank you. That was Mr. Hiroyuki Tachibana, CEO of Maina Wallet Incorporated, building the trust layer of the future. Now our eighth presenter is Mr. Hideki Nagashima, founder and CEO of Trustfolio, LLC.
DeFi is already live. Capital is moving on-chain every single day. But most institutions still can't participate. Not because the technology doesn't work, but because decisions can't be explained. TrustOS turns decisions into something verifiable, making DeFi accountable for institutions.
All right, your 7-minute pitch begins right now.
Hello, everyone. I promise this will be more exciting than a typical compliance discussion. My name is Hideki Nagashima, founder of Trustfolio. Today, I wanna talk about DeFi, not as an ideology, not as the future vision, but as a system that is already live. Capital is already on-chain. Treasuries are active. Staking is operational. Execution is automated. And yet, most financial institutions still cannot participate, not because that DeFi doesn't work, but because decision cannot be explained. In regulated finance, every action must answer 3 questions. Who made the decision? Why was it made? And under which rule was it executed? In today's DeFi systems, transactions execute perfectly, funds move. Validators are selected, but when regulators or institutions ask why, the system often has no structured answer. This is a real bottleneck of DeFi, not scalability, not UX, not even regulation itself. It is accountability. Before going further, let me walk you through 2 concrete use cases that we anticipate in real-world deployment. Use case 1, DeFi treasury and merging operations. Today, DAOs and crypto funds manage significant treasuries on-chain. A proposal is submitted. Approvals are collected. Execution is triggered, but something is missing. Why? Decision rationales are fragmented. Risk evaluations are informal. Audit trails require manual reconstruction. When something goes wrong, it becomes extremely difficult to prove who approved what and why. Institutions do not need higher ease. They need explainable decision-making. Use case 2, staking custody action. Institutions seek yield, but regulators ask simple questions. Why was this validator selected? Which risk policy was applied? Who is accountable if slashing occurs? Yield optimization alone cannot answer this. Only verifiable decision processes can. The same applies to custody. When assets move, the most important question is not what happened, but why it happened. Introducing TrustOS. This is exactly why we built TrustOS. TrustOS is not a DeFi protocol. It does not compete with existing platforms. TrustOS is a verification layer that sits above DeFi actions. It evaluates decision context, not outcomes, not opinions, not promises. Every decision generates a trust score. Every trust score is verifiable. Every action leaves an auditable trace. Now let me show you our live POC. What you're about to see is a real-time accountability flow. You are now seeing an institutional DeFi workflow. First, the wallet connection is established. TrustOS observes trusted inputs as a workflow process. A trust score is generated in real time. Next, governance approvals is recorded. and integrity checks run automatically. TrustOS writes the decision footprint into the Trust kernel ledger, creating an immutable audit trail. Finally, the system performed end-to-end verification. Verify OK. The workflow is now fully structured and continuously traceable. Now let's look at the TrustOS dashboard. Institutional operators can monitor decision quality and risk signals in real time. TrustOS analyzes context, applies rule-based verification, and generates a verifiable trust score. This system does not just execute. It explains, it leaves an immutable trail. TrustOS shifts the paradigm verification, verify decision context, generate instant audit trail, embed accountability at architecture level. Trust is no longer assumed. It becomes structured, machine-readable data. And once trust becomes structured data, it becomes reusable. It enables automated reporting and continuous risk monitoring. Trust becomes infrastructure. DeFi is just a starting point. The same accountability gap exists across finance, insurance, employment, and AI-driven decision systems. Who decided under which rule can it be verified? TrustOS is a design for that future, where decisions are automated but accountability remains human. Our goal is simple: to make trust portable, verifiable, and universally usable across ecosystem. DeFi does not fail because it is decentralized. It fails when no one can explain it. We are not just building technology.
Thank you very much. That was Mr. Hideki Nagashima, founder and CEO of Trustfolio LLC, making DeFi explainable with TrustOS. Now our ninth presenter is Koji Kanzaki, founder and CEO of Unifa Tech Incorporated.
Finance is evolving, but infrastructure is breaking under pressure. Too slow, too expensive, too fragmented. Unifa Tech redesigns financial infrastructure, not incremental, foundational. Built to scale, designed for global finance. The next financial infrastructure starts now.
All right, your 7-minute pitch begins right now.
Good afternoon. I'm Koji Kanzaki, CEO of Unifa Tech. Today, I'd like to talk about how we build finance without night shifts. To protect assets, we wake people at 2 a.m. In digital asset operations, managers still get called to physical site at night. Security should not work like this. If security sacrifices people, it is broken. So, we asked, do we really need a room to be secure? The old assumption is simple. HQ has secure room, so people must go there. If no one is there, assets do not move. That design locks people to a place. Our answer is simple. Security is not room. It is a condition. We change security from where you are to what is verified. We built up portable security room, the enterprise wallet secure booth. Assets move only when approval conditions are met across multiple verified locations. Let me show you one situation. At night, markets move fast. Customers rush to withdraw funds. The hot wallet runs out. Now, you must move assets from cold to hot fast. Here is how it works. Condition 1. Location is verified. Each approval is inside a secure booth. Condition 2. Identity is authenticated. Each approval is authenticated. Condition 3. Policy is verified. The required approvals are present and the multi-sig threshold is met. Only then, signing is enabled. Assets move. Everything is recorded for audit and governance. No emergency commute. Governance becomes stronger. We did not remote the risk. We remote-enabled control. This is not just a product. It is change in finance infrastructure. The old model is fixed secure room. It costs a lot. It takes months. It cannot move. It does not scale. We make security portable. That changes infrastructure. In the model case, we remove night emergency visits completely. We cut response time from 16 minutes to 5. Usually, you must choose between safety and speed. We remove that choice. And this works globally. When Japan is at night, North America is in daytime. It's verified location. Approvals can happen during the day. Night shifts are not culture, they are design. We have global patent applications. We achieved production deployment at a public company through a major telecom partner. We are also part of a major system integrator's strategic portfolio. This is not PLC. This is production. Finance must be secure, but it must not break people. We strengthen security and we protect people. Let's build finance without night shift. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was Koji Kanzaki, founder and CEO of UNIFATECH Incorporated, making security portable and protecting people. Now, our last presenter from Japan is Mr. Daiichi Nakajima, CEO of WINWILL Incorporated.
SME financing is still opaque. High fees, no comparison, slow decisions. CashBridge is a transparent factoring marketplace with multiple buyers bidding. Faster, cheaper, fairer. CashBridge Finance made open.
All right, your 7-minute pitch begins right now.
Hello everyone, my name is Daiichi Nakajima, CEO of WINWILL. Today I will introduce CashBridge, a transparent marketplace factoring platform from Japan. I spent my career in securities, consulting, fintech, and Web3, working on financial product and funding strategy. Through this experience, I became deeply interested in how businesses access capital. Later, while working with entrepreneurs and startups, I realized how difficult funding can be in practice. CashBridge is a transparent marketplace for accounts receivable. Sellers list receivable, buyers bid openly, and both sides review each other after every trade. Many sellers come from industries with long or unpredictable payment cycles, such as construction, manufacturing, logistics, and other B2B sectors. CashBridge helps them convert those receivables into cash more quickly and with more certainty. On the buyer side, participants are not limited to factoring companies. In Japan, factoring does not require a special license, so general investors can also purchase receivables, expanding capital access and liquidity. This creates a fair and transparent market for receivable trading. Many businesses generate revenue but still struggle with cash flow, especially startups and SMEs. They must pay salaries, suppliers, and taxes before they receive payment from customers. This situation is very common for growing startups and small businesses that have limited financing history. When we look at this problem, we realize that factoring can be one effective way to convert receivables into cash. That idea became the starting point of CashBridge. However, many businesses do not even know what factoring is in the first place. Even when people know about factoring, many still feel it is suspicious, and they do not know which company they can trust or who they should trade with. So we decided to build a transparent platform that helps businesses find trusted partners. The factoring industry has a negative image partly because of low transparency and also because some illegal lenders have posed as factoring companies and caused serious problems. Because of this, sellers worry if buyers are trustworthy. Buyers worry about counterparty risk. And both sides cannot see each other's credibility. In addition, in a trust-based industry like factoring, introductions are sometimes influenced by referral fees. So sellers are not always matched with the best buyer for their needs. This lack of trust increases fees, reduces liquidity, and keeps good business away. CashBridge solves this with open bidding, a transparent marketplace, and mutual reviews after every trade. Trust becomes visible. CashBridge benefits both buyers and sellers. For buyers, they gain low-cost deal acquisition, scalable deal flow, and reputation through mutual reviews. For sellers, they can compare multiple offers, choose trusted partners through ratings, and still find funding even after rejection. More trusted trades create more liquidity, and more liquidity benefits everyone. We do not compete with factoring companies. We work with them as buyer partners to expand the market together. Traditional broker or affiliate sites introduce customers only to a small number of partner factoring companies, so the process is closed. In contrast, CashBridge is a true marketplace where receivables can be purchased directly by a wide range of buyers, including general investors. Today in Japan, there is no other platform offering this type of open marketplace. CashBridge is the only one. This open structure enables fair matching and better access to capital. The factoring market in Japan is about 5.7 trillion yen, and it is growing steadily at around 68% annually. As more companies adopt flexi financing tools, we believe this market will continue expanding in Japan and globally. Our roadmap has three phases. Phase 1, build trust and liquidity in Japan through marketplace transaction and mutual reviews. Phase 2, create a credit data platform with AI scoring, guarantees, and collection services, so investors can participate more safely.
Phase 3, expand globally into cross-border receivable trading and financial instruction. We believe receivables can become a global asset class, and CashBridge aims to build an ecosystem around it. Money problems are very sensitive and deeply painful, so they are often hidden and a bit difficult to talk about. Entrepreneurs worry about paying employees, missing payments to suppliers, or even affecting their family. These pressures are invisible, but they are very real. CashBridge starts by helping business find trusted partners and access cash flow through transparent receivable trading. As this network grows, we believe receivable can become a global asset class connecting SMEs, financial institutions, and investors worldwide. Our mission is simple: to support challenges beyond financial limits. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was Mr. Daichi Nakajima, CEO of WINWILL Incorporated, increasing investor safety.